Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. About time, huh? Right?
If I may, we saw you at the airport.
Yeah.
Family and I, you were flying out. We were flying out. You were heading home. How did everything go? Your summer and,
it was great.
Downtime.
It was great. Had to enjoy my summer. Enjoyed my daughter, my wife. Golfed a lot. Trained a lot. You know, my goal was to get down to under a 10 handicap before the season. Got to a 9.5, so I'm pretty happy about it. So yeah, appreciate it.
Emmanuel was just talking about that play that Josh threw to Cole. I think you and Micah were kind of on the back end there. I mean, just how well is the offense kind of performing so far in these first 2 days?
They look good, man. They look good. Look like they haven't missed a beat, you know. Josh out there commanding the offense. I mean, obviously you got Diggs, Emmanuel, Cole Beasley out there, Gabe. You know, those guys are really taking over, and it's fun to watch and it's fun to compete against. You know, it's only going to make us better.
What do you see from Emmanuel and what he's added? Just and what his abilities are, you know, even at his age.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, being in the league as long as he is, as he has, and had the success that he has, but just as a person, he's got. I mean, he plays, and I played against him. He plays with a lot of heart. He plays. I mean, he's a dog out there on the football field. I mean, he's not the biggest guy out there, and he's probably not the strongest guy out there, but he's gonna go out there and he's gonna compete every day, and he's gonna give it his best. And a lot of 50-50 balls he's gonna come down with, and you know, he's gonna go out there and talk his mess, and that's who he is, and you know, we're excited to have him on the Bills.
We saw your warm-up drill. Oh, go ahead.
He likes to talk.
Of course. I mean, this is the NFL, you know, and you know, wide receivers too, especially. But you know, like I said, it's all competitive. You know, he caught some balls today, spinning in front of guys. That's what you like to see, man. I mean, obviously, you know, not on our end, but at the same time, you know, he has that dog inside him. So we're happy to have him on the team.
We saw your warm-up drill. Mm-hmm. Did you get enough chance to show off your baseball abilities, or did you need more time?
I probably needed a little bit more time. You know, I was a little rusty, I think, turning 2 over there. But you know, we just try to work on a little hand-eye coordination, just some pre-practice stuff that you know, just get our eye training going and get our minds going. And you know, it's always fun to see Tre'Davious try out there to go play some baseball.
How does that come about? Is that through the coaching? Do you guys suggest things like that, or how does that work?
That one really just came about. I don't know how that one came about, but we've always done the tennis ball drills. I think since Mike and I were here, our first year, we've always, I remember at St. John Fisher, Bobby, our safeties coach, I don't even know if he made up the drills himself, but it just kind of became a thing that we had always done. Just like I said, training our eyes, training our mind, and hand-eye coordination, you know, because a lot of times you're not really, you know, sometimes you got to look back at the ball, and the ball is going to be right there, and being able to catch the ball, you know, as it gets there. So a lot of the stuff you saw, the training off the wall, and then kind of add a little fun to it, trying to make some double plays out there. So, hey, Blue Jays, if you're watching, man, you know what I'm saying?
Where were you last? Where did you play?
South Florida. Yep, Fort Lauderdale.
You just started golfing like 2 years ago?
I did. Yeah, I actually started golfing right when COVID happened. Golf was really one of the only things that you're able to do down there in South Florida. I was terrible shooting 100, 110s, but never took a lesson. And, you know, I just really, golf was kind of the thing that I believe saved my life. You know, I stopped drinking. A lot of you guys know that story. You know, golf is something that I was able to go do and kind of get away from everything and, you know, be myself and have my own thoughts. And, you know, I started kind of taking it pretty serious, and I wanted to be good at it. And I'm not saying I'm that good at it, but, you know, I'm shooting low 80s now. I have handicap 9.5. So I enjoy it. I enjoy golfing.
Handicap's a 9.5. You don't have to be that humble. I think there's some people under this tent that might be offended by saying 110 is terrible.
That's all right. That's all right. Chipping and putting. That's the main thing. Chipping and putting.
We heard Micah speak about the additions that Brandon made to this defense this offseason. What's been your impressions of some of these new guys so far and what they can do for you guys on the back end?
I mean, man, you saw what Boogie did today, making the pick six, a huge play that kind of really jumped off the rest of the plays in practice. Saran had a big play. JT had a big play. And you know, obviously Greg, man, he's just so tall, so long, and he gets off the ball so fast. Those guys, they just came in and had been ready to work. And they're taking it all in, listening to the coaching, listening to the vets. You know, Greg and I had some real good conversations on the field that, you know, I know I'm learning. I'm able to trust him. You know, he's going to listen to me, and he, you know, and we're going to hear each other out. And it's been fun to be a part of, and I'm excited to see those guys grow.
Jordan, just kind of going off of that, you know, maybe expanding a little bit more on your thoughts on that play by Boogie and just what you've seen from him so far in this early stage.
Man, just his athleticism, his ability to come off the ball, his work habits. And, you know, I mean, guys that Brandon and Sean bring in here and Terry, those are the type of guys that they bring in here. So it's you kind of expect nothing less from guys like that. And so just to see him come in here, see all of them really come in here and embrace their roles. Not even just them, even some of the guys who 3rd, 4th round picks, 6th round picks, some of the free agents that came in here, they really embrace, being here, being part of the Bills, and trying everything they can to earn the trust in the coaches and their teammates.
You mentioned Cole Beasley's catch at practice today, but Isaiah McKenzie also had some pretty good grabs today.
Yeah.
It seems like that room is so stacked, but Isaiah McKenzie always finds a way to show up and make his presence known. How is he someone that's hard to defend in this offense?
Yeah, apparently he's the face of the team from what he said yesterday. But no, dude, just a guy, yeah, you guys saw that guy in the slot who's able to make guys miss when he catches the ball, and he's so shifty, he's so quick, believe it or not, he's actually pretty intelligent. So he's able to go out there and read coverages and run his choice routes, run his option routes, and he's a fun player to watch. He's out there talking a lot of mess, and it's always fun to compete against him. Like, we hate when he catches the ball, but he's a great player for us.
When did he say that?
Say it again.
When did he say it?
I'm pretty sure I saw that on the Bills story yesterday. He came out and he was like, "Yeah, Isaiah McKenzie, I'm the face of the franchise, this, that, and the other." So that's what it is.
You mentioned a couple of times the guys have said about guys who talk. Like, who doesn't talk at a wide receiver?
Gabe doesn't say a whole lot. Gabe just goes out there and just does what he's supposed to do. But at the end of the day, everybody's different. Guys are going to go out there and we're competing at a high level every single day. And so, the juices are flowing. You make a big play, you almost feel like you want to say something to the guy who you're going against. That's just for as long as I've played football, that's just kind of what it's always been, and that's just, does that answer your question? Yeah. All right.
Saran, he made a couple plays out there today. These guys moved. He's played safety. He's played corner. It's hard to get on the field with this group, but he does everything he can to be so versatile. How much does that mean for you guys?
Man, Saran has grown so much since he's came here, since his rookie year. He's learned so much about the game of football, and these coaches have learned to put trust in him to be able to go out there and do his job. And so, like I said, to see him have the success that he's going to continue to have. I always tell him, Saran, you might be the most gifted athlete that I have ever seen. Just his ability to run, jump, hit. And obviously you saw today make plays on the football. And so I'm excited to continue to see Saran grow and find his way within our team and find his role on the team this year. He's going to continue to make plays on special teams, and he'll come in on when we need him on defense and do what Saran does.
I know it's only been 2 days, but I don't want to get too much comparing. But can you sense an energy that maybe is not typical for this early in a camp?
Yeah, like I said, today's practice, it was competitive out there. I don't know if you guys watched the entire practice, but it was it was exciting to be a part of again, to compete again at a high level. Even yesterday, first day, but the first day is always the first day. But coming out, second day after, you might be tired, you might be this, that, or the other. You got, a bunch of excuses to not have that energy. But guys on both sides of the football brought the energy, offense making plays, defense making plays, and that's only going to make us better as a football team, is going out there and competing good on good every single day. So, we all have a goal, and that's just continue to get better every day. Coach always mentioned Kaizen, just continuous growth, and that's our goal.
What have you noticed about, there's a lot of young cornerbacks, a few rookies, undrafted guys. What have you noticed about some of those young cornerbacks?
Guys are smart, man. This isn't an easy defense to learn, especially, one at safety and then at corner too. Like I said, guys are embracing the roles. I was here this morning, 7:15, seeing guys early, speaking with coaches. And so to see those guys out there competing every day, the one-on-ones today, they look like, those guys have been in the league for a little while now. And so obviously a lot of work to be done, but, those guys have really, really stepped up and embraced being part of this family.
Knowing the expectations for this team and also the fact that it's only day 2, how do you kind of balance where you're at and where you want to go?
Yeah, it's hard to obviously balance on day 2, but like I said earlier, just that Kaizen growth, and we got to go watch the tape and figure out, it wasn't a perfect practice by any means, but like I said, the energy was there, and you could feel that, guys want to go out there and guys want to compete at a high level. Guys still have that bad taste in their mouth from the AFC Championship game, and everything's got to be earned this year. Nothing's going to be given to us just because we were there last year doesn't mean we're going to get a free pass there this year. And so you got to work extremely hard to get there, and guys understand that, and it's just fun to be a part of.
What went into your decision to sign with Avalon Sports? It feels like this past offseason, there's just been a way more concerted effort to kind of build your brand off the field, more so than we've seen in years past.
Yeah, so actually, there's not, Lorenzo reached out to me, Lorenzo Alexander, and he's like, Po, you going into year 9, man, like, what you doing off the field type stuff. And, I said, I got some stuff going here and there. He's like, I got this company, they want to reach out to you and see if they can help you. And, I sat down with Daver and sat down with, the manager of Avalon Sports and sat down with Pat, and they kind of sat me through. I told them the type of stuff that I wanted to be able to do and, how I want to present my brand. And those guys went to work right away. I got the documentary that I put out in Astoria, Oregon. Actually, it came out on the last Saturday, and it's going to be out in Buffalo we're going to have it out in Buffalo at a theater on the 4th of September. I actually haven't seen it yet. He won't let me see it, but man, they just been going to work, and I'm extremely happy that I signed with them. Extremely happy that Lorenzo reached out to me, and it's been nothing but great success, and I'm excited to continue to work with them.
You talk to Lorenzo often? What's that relationship?
I do. It's awesome, man. He's one of the players that I've learned to. I feel like I can tell him anything, regardless of if we agree or disagree. And he's always going to be straight up with me. And he's someone that I trust. I was going through a lot back in the days, and I was able to tell him some things, and he guided me in the right direction. So, when he reached out to me, it was really no question. It wasn't like he was trying to persuade me, but he's just somebody who I look up to as an older player, and someone who I kind of want to model my life after. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.